If you end up with Victor Wembanyama, you'll need to think quickly about a strategy. If not, you have no reason to participate in Victor Wembanyama's game, which has been thoroughly dissected on these pages. To summarize, he is the best prospect since LeBron James, and has everyone's undivided attention. Is there a team that would be a good fit for Victor? Will the team be adaptable enough to accommodate Wembanyama? Stay tuned to find out. Starting us off, the team drafting Victor Wembanyama will need a plan. The team that drafts Wembanyama better be prepared for his arrival. When a generational talent emerges, the team to which the player is assigned must be ready to commit. That entails a financial commitment and reorganizing the entire team around their newfound star. Far too often in the NBA, stars have wasted years on rosters that management has failed to improve and where even fan bases are rooting for their star player to leave. Luka Doncic is currently playing with a group of players who will always put a cap on their collective potential. Reggie Bullock and Tim Hardaway Jr. aren't going to get him anywhere, but they have no choice but to gamble because their cupboard is empty, and that is precisely what the team acquiring Wembanyama must avoid at all costs. If he lives up to expectations, the team should have a plan to bring in more draft picks and young players within the first year. Wembanyama will not use past their prime teammates unless they are called upon to assist in the locker room, considering Garrett Temple and others, but pairing him with established all-stars over the age of 30? It is a bad idea for a variety of reasons. First and foremost, older stars make a lot of money, which means salary cap clogging. Next, the designated team should be flexible to accommodate Wembanyama. A young team building around a young player will need all of the cash available to them either through trade or free agency to bring in talent closer to their building block. At that point, pairing a player about to ascend with someone about to ascend makes little sense. The older player's regression will quickly catch up to the final product, which is bad news for everyone, because the team will have to start looking for a second star while their primary player grows impatient. Second, a descending player is likely to be on a contract that increases in value. As the 35% max system is a jumble that makes no sense, why pay the most possible under CBA rules for a player who has been in the league for at least 10 years and is thus on his way down? These contracts become albatrosses and are impossible to move unless a team is willing to pay to have them removed. Wembanyama's new destination must be flexible to accommodate his age and development. That means getting rid of talent with depreciating value and putting your best foot forward to build something long-term. Wembanyama will be young for a while, as he will only be 19 when drafted. There is still time to re-engage in the draft and find additional pieces, but that direction must be established as soon as the Wembanyama lottery is won. Moving on, change the proper development to the team. A commitment to proper development and even coaching staff is also noteworthy. If the people in place are more concerned with the present than the future, they must either commit to a change in the approach or be on their way out. There will be no room for something in the middle. Some may consider this harsh and a lot of change to suit the needs of one player. That is fair. However, given the importance of that particular player and how he alone can bring a team closer to a championship down the road, this is a small price to pay. Remember that this isn't just about Wembanyama, but also about the movement surrounding him. This is a complete cultural shift, and treating him as a mere backdrop grossly underestimates the situation. Wembanyama may be the most crucial piece of the puzzle, but he also represents an opportunity to clean the house and start over. That should be the primary focus. Following that, Victor Wembanyama's role in Lakers star Russell Westbrook's botched trade to the Pacers revealed. Los Angeles Lakers fans begged the front office to trade Russell Westbrook not long ago. The former league MVP has since improved his season and established himself as a valuable member of the team's bench. Calls for Russ's removal have become much more subdued. The Indiana Pacers were among the teams rumored to be interested in Westbrook. Buddy Hield and Miles Turner were rumored to be the Lakers' top targets. The deal, however, never materialized, with reports claiming that LA balked at the prospects of sending draft capital to Indiana as part of the deal. However, Victor Wembanyama may have also played a role in the botched transaction. According to ESPN's NBA insider Dave McMenamin, a potential trade with the Pacers was complicated because Indiana was unwilling to join the race for the highly touted French phenom, Herb Simon. The owner of the Pacers is 88 years old. While most league governors prioritize championships over mediocrity, the Lakers aren't convinced Simon would dismantle a winning team to tank for the number one draft prospect in Victor Wembanyama, according to sources, preferring to enjoy a competitive group in his autumn years. The Pacers have been one of the league's biggest surprises this season. They They are currently 4th in the East with an 11-8 record. The fact that this team has been competitive and has a legitimate chance of making the playoffs has discouraged their front office from trading away their stars. Next, James Harden scores 21 points in return as the 76ers lose in 2 OT. James Harden struggled in his return from injury Monday night as the Philadelphia 76ers were defeated 132-123 in double overtime by the Houston Rockets. In his first game since November 2nd, Harden scored 21 points but shot 4 for 19 from the field. He stated that he felt good but was dissatisfied with his performance. Quote, "I didn't play well, but I know I can get better and I will." Coach Doc Rivers stated that Harden, who spent just over 8 seasons with the Rockets before being traded to Brooklyn in January 2021, would be limited in his minutes upon his return. Harden didn't appear to be restricted in any way as he played 39 minutes. However, he stated that having his minutes monitored in this game made it difficult to get into a rhythm. Quote, "I was all over the place," Harden admitted. "It's not something I'm used to, but I'm not going to make any excuses. I need to improve." He also stated that Rivers did not want him to play as much overtime as he did. Quote, "I had to fight just to stay on the court because there was a plan in place before the game started," Harden explained, "but once you compete, you want to win." Moving on, how the Cavaliers having Evan Mobley following the Giannis blueprint. Evan Mobley takes a step beyond the three-point line to set a screen for Donovan Mitchell, part of a tandem that the Cleveland Cavaliers hope will carry them into the future. It's the first quarter of a game against the Milwaukee Bucks, the first of 2 road tests for the young Cavs against the veteran Bucks in November, and the pick and roll is executed flawlessly. Mobley gives Mitchell an advantage over Bucks guard Javon Carter, and the Cavs 7-footer races to the basket with Carter and Brook Lopez on him. A bounce pass splits the defenders, gives Mobley momentum as he drives to the basket. Giannis Antetokounmpo is the last man standing in his way. However, in this exchange, the 21-year-old outperforms the 2-time MVP. Giannis's attempt to assist comes too late, and by the time he jumps, Mobley has a two-handed dunk. Although Mobley and the Cavaliers took an early lead in the first meeting, the Bucks and Giannis won both games by a combined score of 15 points. Quote, "They turned it up to a level we've never seen or experienced," Mitchell said. "That's postseason basketball." Despite losing both games to the Bucks, the Cavaliers are 15-9 on the season, good for 3rd place in the Eastern Conference and the NBA's 4th best net rating. The presence of Giannis, however, distinguishes the Bucks. His transformation from the skinny, little-known rookie to the league's best player has given Milwaukee an advantage. And Cleveland a blueprint for what it wants to do with Mobley as he and the Cavs compete for Eastern Conference supremacy. Finally, Ousmane Dieng assigned to the G League's blue. The Oklahoma City Thunder announced Tuesday that they had assigned rookie forward Ousmane Dieng to the G League's OKC blue. This was expected as Thunder head coach Mark Daignault stated during Friday's practice that Dieng would be assigned to the G League again soon. Dieng has looked better in his recent Thunder games. He's averaged 6.2 points, 56.5% shooting, and 4 rebounds in 5 games. Dieng has a 41.7% outside shooting percentage on 2.4 threes. Dieng's return was highlighted by his best game of the season on Monday, when he scored 15 points on 6 of 8 shooting and 3 of 4 from 3. The Thunder chose Dieng in the 11th round of the 2022 NBA draft. Dieng's return to the blue allows him to gain even more confidence in playing time. He is averaging 14 points per game in 6 blue games, 7.5 rebounds, and 3.8 assists. So what do you think of the video? Is there a team that suits Victor? Let us know in the comment section down below. Well, that marks the end of today's video. We hope you enjoyed it. Please remember to like and subscribe to get an update on our latest videos. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.